Hello, and welcome to this Track Wrestling help video. Here at Track Wrestling, we are dedicated to helping our team admins manage successful wrestling seasons with confidence. In this video, we will discuss how to enter an assessment. Please note that these steps may vary based on your team's governing body or your role with the team. I will be doing this video as an assessor, but you may be logged in as a team admin or may see different steps depending on your governing body. Once you have logged into your account and edited and updated your account information, as well as acknowledged any required messages for your governing body, you should be able to click My Account in the blue menu bar and select My Teams from the drop-down list. This will bring you to the full list of teams your account is associated with. You may see one team, a handful of teams for your league, or the entire list of teams for your governing body. If you see a long list, you can use the search option here to locate the team you want to locate and click on the team name to begin entering assessments for their wrestlers. To begin the assessment process, we'll need to be on the Transactions tab. You may be routed automatically to this tab, but if you come to the roster page instead, you can get here by selecting Weight Management and then Transactions. We'll then need to click Add Transaction to start this process. You'll see a pop-up box that requires you to select your name from the assessor list, may require you to enter the hydration tester's name, and designate that this is a live transaction with real assessment data. If you see any other required fields, please make sure you enter that information as well, and then click Add. You have now created a transaction for assessments of wrestlers to live in. You can think of a transaction as a file folder that would then hold the individual assessment pages for various wrestlers. You can add multiple wrestlers' assessments into one transaction. To begin that process, you will click Add Assessment. Here you'll be prompted to either select the wrestler from the list. You may also see the option to click New and create or add a new wrestler to the roster. You'll also need to update the assessment date. It will auto-populate today's date. This needs to be updated to represent the date this assessment was completed. You'll then need to select that yes, this wrestler passed hydration. You may also be prompted to enter a specific gravity. Once you've done this, you'll click Next. Here, this governing body allows me to select the measure type that I'm using and click Next. On the next page, you'll enter this assessment data. In this case, this is a skin fold, so I will have all the skin fold measurements to enter. You may also see just a box for weight and body fat percentage, but please make sure you enter the appropriate assessment data depending on your governing body. Another note here is to be sure that you are entering correct information. Check over the information for typos before proceeding past this page. Once the transaction is committed, you will not be able to edit this information. Once you've checked for typos, go ahead and click Next. And you'll be brought to that wrestler's weight certification page. Here you'll see the calculated percent body fat and minimum wrestling weight for this wrestler. If you notice a typo on this page, you can click Previous to return and edit that information. If all of this looks correct, you can then click Next Wrestler to add the assessment for another wrestler to this transaction. You'll repeat the process of selecting a wrestler, updating the assessment date, designating that they passed hydration, selecting your measure type, and entering the assessment data. Once again, please make sure you double check this data and ensure that it is correct because it cannot be edited once you move past this screen. After you've entered all assessments for wrestlers in this transaction, you'll then be prompted to select Finish to complete this transaction. You'll then see a pop-up box that requires you to commit this transaction. Committing this transaction will verify that the information is correct and that you have checked all of it. It will also remind you that you will no longer be able to add or edit any of this information once the transaction has been committed. To commit, you'll click the Commit button, type Commit in the box, and type OK. You'll then see the green check marks stating this transaction was committed And on the Transactions tab, you'll see the committed date and time for this transaction. Thank you for watching this Track Wrestling help video. Our customer support team is committed to helping you organize a successful wrestling season for your team. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our team by clicking on the Support tab located in the top right corner of the Track Wrestling homepage. Good luck to you and your wrestlers this season.